Alright, everyone, my name is Mowmaster. Welcome back to All the Mods 10. We're here behind the scenes on our Reformation wall. We just finished this up during stream, and oops, which view am I doing here? There we go. Figured it out. Yeah, so this is our Reformation area. We have about 60 slots available here, and I found a way that we can sandwich them side by side in a row or in a big stack like this. And yeah, so this is already working. It's already tested and working. I'm kind of just setting this up as we need resources, basically. So yeah, this is why this one's not doing anything yet, and why we only have so many. Is I've only needed so many resources so far, and as we run out of things, we'll keep adding more. Basically, is the idea. So yeah, this pretty much concludes our Theurgy part of the series. So we are kind of looking for new stuff to do in this pack. If anyone has any ideas, yeah, let me know. Let me know in the comments if you have any ideas for what we should do next in All the Mods 10. I've looked at a few things like Nature's Aura. I would like to maybe touch on the soul stuff that MFR has. It should be pretty quick. I think it just involves wrangling a deep ancient city deep boss. What's it call it? The warden. There we go. I think it just involves wrangling a warden, and then lasering him a little bit. Which I mean, it takes a little bit to get there, right? Because we need plastic and a few other things like pink slime and whatnot. But yeah, yeah. Mhm. Mhm. Yeah. So that's one idea I have. But outside of that, where do you think we should go in next? Iron spells or mechanism or another magic mod, occultism, or forbidden arcanist I've never really played with before. Yeah, I don't know. We have all sorts of options. What do you guys want to see? Yeah, leave a comment down below. We'll see if we can get to it. But yeah, other than that, what I'm doing today is oh, I want to address something. In one of our previous episodes, I mentioned in this pack AE not using channels. Yeah, that's not right. That's not true. AE does in fact use channels. It's what is considered channels by AE. Apparently, the storage monitors and the export buses are not considered channels or channel consuming devices. They used to be. They used to be. That's why I thought they weren't using channels in the video. But they used to be. But they no longer do. They no longer take channels, which is a nice quality of life. Export buses definitely take channels now. So, and they always have. I mean, to be fair, so they've always taken channels. They definitely do now, still. And so yeah, I found that out during stream while setting this up. I realized, oh, we did max out on channels. Setting up another line here. So we did have to go the P2P route. I'll explain it again real quick. P2P gives you access to a face of 32 channels. And if you use P2P, it distributes those channels across all the different P2Ps that are connected. So effectively, because a cable can only carry 8 channels, we can connect this is connected directly to the face. It's like a phantom face, which Actually Editions has, and a few other mods have added as well. But it's like a phantom face. We have access to this face through this P2P, and this one, and this one, and this one. So really, we have 4 cables all connected to this face, and it's all transferring 32 channels. So yeah, we have 8 here, 8 here, 8 here, and 8 here. That's 8 times 4 is 32. So all the P2Ps connect here to the face, and boom, 30 channels on that face, 32 channels on this face. I've colored the P2P so you can see, green and red are the 2 different P2P networks we have going on. And because you have to power the P2P line itself, so basically the controller has power. Because we're phantom facing, these lines all have power, but the P2Ps themselves don't have power. So you have to get power to this line so it works. And this line is considered its own network technically right now. And because of that, I've just been really lazy and I've just used a crystal resonance generator for it. So yeah, I have a crystal resonance generator over here, right here. That's powering the green line, and I have one over here, which is powering the red line. And yeah, we good. So plenty of power for those. I could do something more official, which would be like using the quartz fiber and then taking out one of these faces and from the face to the thing, and I mean, I just didn't want to do it. I didn't want to take one of our faces and use it for power, basically. So yeah, that's why I've done it that way. I could also use energy acceptors, I think, and set them up. Yeah. Anyways, the resonance generator just works out really well for this. It's really cheap, really easy to set up, and it powers the P2P line, and I don't have to worry about connecting power up in whatever way I need to. So yeah, that's how that works, which is good stuff. So, could I do this without using P2P? Yes, I could do it. If you connect a storage bus to an interface, the storage bus will read whatever is inside of the interface's network. So I could storage bus on here, interface on here, storage bus on here, interface on here. I would have to reduce the channels on this line by 2 to do that. So it does eat up 2 channels. So I'd have to probably get rid of the top row and only have, three rows instead of 4. But I could theoretically daisy chain across all these different storages and do it that way. But that's not ideal in the situation, because the more times you daisy chain that, it gets laggier and laggier and laggier, because basically what happens is theoretically this over here could read that over there's inventory. But to do that, it has to go here and read all these, and then read all these, and then already, it just gets laggy, basically. So when you connect them all up to the controller, everything's all linked up properly. The controller just has knowledge of everything on the network and doesn't have to worry about, reading all these different inventories, because they're just all connected. So yeah, that's the kind of the long explanation for why the controller in this case is a better option for lag reasons. Normally, if I was playing this any other way, I would just storage bus interface, and then that's a network. A couple of subnets basically pieced together like that usually is what I've been doing with. But yeah, for this particular case, that's what I've gone with. Anyway, speaking of subnets, today I want to get into some auto-smelting. Well, not auto-smelting per se, just some smelting in general. Basically, there's a lot of times where I need to smelt sand, and I have been coming over here doing this and going, okay, and then wait. The problem with this is if we have our hyperbox on, we go over here. If this is chunk loaded, our TPS is a lot lower. It spits me out behind it. Our TPS right now, if I go NeoForge TPS, we're sitting at about 10. Do you know what 10 TPS means? That means that this takes twice as long to run, which is not ideal. Although we need to do it that way because Theurgy has a bug where the fermenters eat TPS like breakfast cereal, and there's nothing I can get around it if I want to continue to use Theurgy, so it is what it is, right? But to that end, I want something that smelts a little bit faster. And the options that we have for smelting is not create. We don't have create in the server. It's not in the pack or anything, at least not currently. We're playing like version 1.17.a or something, I think. I know 2.6 is out. Our server just hasn't updated to it yet. And I don't know if create's going to be in the new version or not. So as of right now, we don't have create. And create is usually one of the good ones for smelting lots of stuff. Instead, what we can do is we can use the smelt spell from Ars. And so if I do it this way, boom, we have 8 currently. That gives us 8 plus 6, no, 8. So that gave us 8 more. Cool. If that gave us 16, how much will this give us? 12. Okay, cool. So that gave us 12. Mm-hmm. 16. Okay, so it's a fair bit, right? Like we are smelting a fair bit of stuff. But yeah, this is the idea. Is I want to smelt a bunch of stuff basically. And I think this is the way we can do it. And I think this is probably the easiest way to do it as well. So, to that end, we need a few things. In the stream, we had Kurt came by in our last stream on what would this be, episode 15.5 or no 15.75. There we go. That's the episode that will be coming out. Yeah, in episode 15.75, or is it 16.5? God, I can't keep these streams and episodes aligned. Basically, this stream happened on Sunday, so the video goes out on Tuesday, which would be yesterday. So yeah, yesterday's stream upload would be the video before today's, basically, video. Anywho, Kurt mentioned, hey, for auto-smelting with Ars, you could automate it using runes. So I did a little unlocking. We have the rune spell now, which is pretty cool. So if we do a touch rune, it does a thing, and it goes bye-bye when you hover over it. So we're going to cast that again. And we can use at Ars spell paper, I believe. That. Do I have another one in here? I don't have any. Okay, that's the only one I have. So we can use blank parchment if we go upstairs real quick. And we go, let's make a spell here. So let's do a touch auto-smelt. Let's give this maximum auto-smeltingness and maybe an item pickup. Boom. Throw that on there. Dang it. Boom. Grab that. Go down here. Right-click that. Spell set. Grab some sand. And if you know anything about item pickup on turrets and stuff, what they'll do is chest. What the item pickup command will do on turrets and stuff is they'll put it in an adjacent inventory like this. So if I do this, boom, as you can see, it disappeared. And the item pickup, so it smelted everything and picked everything up like it's supposed to. So, and then the rune disappeared because it's not a permanent rune. It's something we'd have to recast, right? Now, recasting runes would be kind of annoying. So instead of recasting it all the time, what we do is we can clear this, do a touch rune again, place that on there, put our spell in it, then I think chalk. And if we chalk this bad boy, now permanent. And because we now have a permanent rune, if we throw this at this, you see it turns gray. And we have our glass, which, so basically what happens is this gets uncharged, then gets recharged by surrounding mana jars, which we have a mana jar up here, which I think probably sent it mana. So the mana reach for mana jars is quite far away. Ideally, we do want to have a jar closer, just so the transfer is a little bit faster. But there we go. We now have a charged rune again, and we can use it again. I can run over it, and it will use it up as well because it tries to apply it to me. But I don't smelt out very well. So, so yeah, there's that. Now, the problem with this is if we throw an entire stack at this, which I guess we'll do this again, right? So if we have more sand, and I throw an entire stack at this, half of it gets smelted. That's not ideal. I want all my sand smelted, not half of it smelted when I throw it on there. So the way we can do that is we can have something that drops the sand, say a dropper. Maybe not a dropper, because a dropper only drops one item at a time. We need something that can drop multiple items at a time. So I think modular router would work. Modular router. Let's grab some stack upgrades, a router, and I think that would work. So to this end, if we put the router on top, and then in the router, I think the stack upgrades, because the routers will normally drop one at a time. I think if we put stack upgrades in here, does this tell me an I? Items process per operation 2, 4, 8, 16, 32. There we go. So we need 5 in there for the 32. The reason why 32 is our spell can only do 32 at most. So now, if I have sand, stack of sand, if I throw this in here, it'll drop half a stack. How does this work? I'm lagging. Someone joining? Ah, yeah. Do I need to give this a lever? I don't know how this thing works. It's been a while. Oh, I bet I know what's wrong. I bet it can't, I see. I bet what happens is it's trying to, it can't, if a block is in its way, which technically that block is it is in its way, even though it's not a full block, it can't drop in a block space, basically. I bet that's what's happening. So we go back to low. Come on, I believe in you. You can do it. Why you? Oh, ha ha! I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. That's fine. It's really hard to make things work when they don't have the things. As you see, that smelted it. And then that's the other half stack. So whenever this gets energy again, it will smelt that. And there we go. We have a full stack now. So there we go. That is kind of the idea that we have going here. Now, obviously, we need to wrap this up in a room of some sort that, you know, this can do its job properly. But now we have a way to drop a certain amount of items down. And when those items get dropped, then, you know, they do a thing. Now, the issue with this is I don't necessarily want this to drop all the items we have available onto the ground while it's waiting for the glyph to recharge. So, to make sure the glyph, when it's uncharged, doesn't allow that dropper to drop, we're going to hit high redstone mode. We're going to do a little redstone work here, except you will notice, I've done a little testing with this. We have a comparator here. We have a comparator, and we have a redstone. I only need like 1 or 2 sticks just because we have the overlay. So as you see, 0 power, right? If I go over here and I grab sand again, and I go here, turns gray, no output on the comparator. So there's no way with vanilla redstone for us to determine if we need to power it on or off, basically, which is kind of sad, honestly. I kind of wish there was a vanilla way, and maybe that's something we could suggest the mod dev add, is a vanilla option for that. Instead, we could use integrated dynamics, which is probably the easier way to do it. INTEG. Okay. So I'm going to need a display panel just for setting everything up. I'm probably going to need a variable store. Grab a wrench just in case, some cable. A redstone writer, which will output redstone for us, a block reader, which we actually originally had for the ore generator thing, but in our stream, someone helped us set it up even better using the world importer, I believe. So that's how the ore setup is now. We'll need some variables for sure. Probably need the programmer, the logic programmer, which is either a block or an item. And I think that's everything we'll need here. I think that's it. So the idea I have is we need to read to see what this has, right? We need a cable connected, so it will output. This will tell us what is inside. So what we're doing is we are looking for has block. Okay, yeah, it's a block. Dimension, fine. Coordinates, we don't need to know. Block is rune. I don't think the rune changes when it smelts something. We could hover over that. It still says Rune, so that doesn't help us any. I'm guessing NBT data is what we need to look at. Biome doesn't matter, light level doesn't matter. Okay, so out of all that information, I think the NBT data is what we need most. So if we look at this, it's a little low, isn't it? Let's wrench this real quick. Let's throw this up here at eye level so I can actually read this dang thing. As you can see, we have spell. Bunch of crap. Okay. Temperature. Okay. Whatever. It looks like a Boolean value of 0, so it's false, whatever temperature is. Cooldown is 0 currently. The coordinates, fair. Sensitive, 0B. I don't think sensitive matters all that much. Sensitive is supposed to be, it only targets items, but in the case of rune glyph, I don't think it matters. ID ArsN Rune, charged 1B. UID, redstone. Redstone. How does redstone work with this? Is it like I can power this off, maybe? It has redstone. Does it work? Ah, I can power this off with redstone. Okay, maybe that's useful for other reasons. I don't think that's useful for this. So redstone doesn't really help us any. So I'm looking at charged. If I go over this, charge goes to 0B. We have a countdown. So we could do, if cooldown is above 0, turn this off, or easier would be if charged is not equal 1B, because 1B is true and 0B is false in this instance with modding stuff. So if charged is not true, we could, or if charged is true, we can turn that on. So high signal would be on. So charged true on there is the idea here. Like I said, we could do cooldown above 0, turn off. But I think that's going to be harder to do than the true false value here. So with that said, let's go into our programmer. We'll need a string, I believe, and the string is called charged. So this is the NBT value that we're looking for. So this is a string value. And then we're going to need a boolean. No, bool. With boolean? How are we going to do this? So we have get boolean, NBT string output boolean. I think this is what we want. With boolean has multiple 3 input types. We output types NBT. That's not what we want. Output type is boolean NBT. Okay, no name. Boolean NBT. Okay. String boolean. Okay, so I'm thinking what we need is we need the get boolean. So it needs an NBT, which is our block. It needs a string, which is the value we're looking for charged. And then it's going to give us a true false value from that. So we need the get boolean. We need it on this NBT. Cool. All right, so we'll have to do the boolean again. We'll do the get boolean. We'll do that. Oop, nope. That is the NBT. That is the string. As we got the check mark there. So this one should be our true false now. So if everything is correct, I throw this in a variable store, these 2 information bits, and I throw this in here, and charged is equal to true. That's how that works. So if I hover over this, charge is now false, and as soon as it recharges, it should flip back to true, like that. Sweet. So then at that point, what we would do is we would throw this here, throw that there. This is a true value. So we want a strong power, integer, boolean, integer. Redstone pulse, no, we want redstone. This is a strong power redstone signal. So when this has strong power, let's grab our sand again. Okay, I'm not running out of sand quite yet. So we have sand, so we could throw that in there. It should drop that, smelt it. We still have 32 in there. It was being powered. It still should be powered. And there we go. It dropped again because it's uncharged. And so we're getting it repowered, and it should be good to go again. So there we go. That is kind of the setup that we're going to roll with here. So yeah, now we just need to get this somewhere that makes sense. And our items are all going to go in here, which is great. So yeah, we just need to get this somewhere that makes sense for it to be. So the idea is I think after we make sure we don't lose any of this stuff, I don't really need that anymore. We'll keep that. Don't need the lever anymore. Don't need the programmer or the might need the cables. Might need these cables still. We'll see. I'll need the spell. I'll need the chalk. The glass can go away. Oh yeah, I need this. Oh yeah, we'll need this, which is in here. That can actually go away. We don't need this anymore. Cool. So that's all that stuff. We'll grab this guy. Oh, he just saves his inventory. He just saves his inventory. That's nice. We'll get rid of that because we don't really need that there. We can always set that up later elsewhere. And a chest. I don't think I want to use this chest. I think I would rather use a framed blocks chest. Collapsible block, adjustable block. Secret storage. Let's use some secret storage here, potentially. And then I also want to use applied energistics. And with applied energistics, we'll grab some interfaces, we'll grab some storage buses, we'll grab some cable, or acceleration card. We'll probably need some exports as well. Exports. Mod tag. Mod potentially. Maybe tag. I don't know if we'll need tag or mod there. Yeah, I got cable. I don't know if my wrench from the other mod will work for this. I'll probably want the resonating thing. So we have power for the network. This will be a sub-network, so it doesn't even need the controller access for now. Yeah, I think we'll do that route. And then I want to put it over here, I believe, is I think how I want to do this. So I'm thinking I want somewhere where I can just throw items and have them smelted. I'm thinking right here would be nice. So maybe we'll break this area out here. Silk block, do a little AoE. Cool. So this will be our little area. I want to potentially have items go in here. And the reason why I'm using this instead of a chest is I don't have to then import the items. These will count as like hoppered in items basically. And then so these will want to go somewhere. That somewhere will be the modular router. So I'm thinking I'm just grabbing like stone brick, I suppose, just so I have some material to build with here. I'm thinking router goes up a little ways. I have this corner, right? So I could put it... If I put the glyph here, we could at least look out the window and see it, right? So if the glyph is there, we're going to need to go to above, potentially, and then put that up there. Or do I want to put it even higher so we don't see it? I could put it even higher up, honestly. Would I see that from over here? I'm looking. I mean, yeah, I'll still technically see it, right? Because it's... But if I'm back here, I won't. Oh, that's not bad. Okay, I'll put a little wall here. I'll probably decorate this on stream because it does look kind of fugly right now, but that's fine. That's not a big deal. I guess theoretically this could go even higher up in the ceiling. Like it doesn't need to be there. It could go potentially another block higher. But that's more cables I gotta worry about then. I'm not gonna fuss with it, I don't think. Yeah, we'll do it this way. I will need that block reader, right? So we'll need that for the rune. Oh, actually, hold on. Put this on this side, and I'll explain why in a moment. So I'm thinking that goes there. That which means this will go here. We'll have cable go down the wall. Put our variable store maybe here. We'll throw our variables in there. And this will go in here with strong power. Yep, strong power. Cool. Strong power, good. On high, dropping 32 items at a time. Our rune will go here, which will throw on the change spell and the chalk, so it's permanent. I probably want to get mana jar, so we'll grab some mana. Mana. No? Jar? Source. It's called source, my bad. And then the domination wand, I'll grab that as well. Source jar, I could probably throw it here, I suppose. And then we'll just have to link this up. I have the relay in here from when we had the turret originally for our ores. But instead it'll send mana over here, which will be fine. So now we have mana jar. Ooh, actually, no, you know what? Let's break that. Because no one can see behind this thing anyway, might as well just throw it back here. Hell with it. Why not? Did I throw my domination wand over here? I did. Position set. There we go. That is now hidden behind this wall. So that should power it fairly quickly then, which will be good. And that is set up to do smelting. This will automatically push it into a adjacent inventory. So there's two ways I could do this. I think the way I want to do this is into another interface. So it should just push it into this interface. This interface will then automatically try to shove it into a chest somewhere using a storage bus. I could use a storage bus here and an export bus here, but the reason why I don't want to do that is then I have to filter the export bus, and that's just, I don't want to deal with that. It sounds painful. So I'm not going to do it that way. But instead I'm going to do it this way. And I can run cables like this, and we can always cable facade this. I could theoretically put this under the chest at some point if we want to hide all this. But we're just kind of trying to slap this down real quick, right? Okay, so I want more cables, because I threw my freaking doohickey so far up. Tag export bus. I don't think I care about that. Just a mod export bus, I think, is what we use here. And yeah, we'll go up here. So I need to give this the export. That I'm gonna put Minecraft in here. Ooh, tab complete, nice. I'm also put AE2. So we have Minecraft in here, AE2 in here. Actually, can that be undercase? It can be undercase. What else gets smelted? What doesn't get smelted, right? What else do we smelt? Steel, some mechanism. Cool. That should be everything that we need there. I will throw that up there. Again, this will get prettified later. I'm not too concerned with how it looks now. This is just, we're putting ideas down, right? So this interface will then try to shove everything. Oh, wait. Hold on. Do I even need this then if I'm using an interface there? Could I literally just get away with a storage bus? Oh, I didn't even think about that. Capacity. Okay. What is this? Does this need crafting induction fuzzy? Okay, cool. This actually might be a better option for what we're doing then. Okay, so I want to do I want to connect these? No, I don't. I want them to be separate networks. Fiber. So because I want these to be separate networks, I'm gonna fiber between them. I don't want these two connecting because if they connect, then they might throw items in the wrong place. So we're gonna connect them this way, and then we're gonna resonate over here. This is just the power, right? It's just the power source. So now we have power that goes into our wires, so everything should be working there. Do I have more sand to try this out with? Nope. What else do we need smelted here? Mainly just sand for glass half the time. All right, let's go find some sand real quick. Launch. Done. We're gonna dig up some sand real quick. Run away from zombie. Clear. Projectile. Item pickup. Big ol' rango. Okay. Cool. I love our spells for getting around. They work out so well. Alright, so in theory, I should be able to just throw this in here. It goes away. It should be in here now. Oh yeah, it is, totally. Part with... Oh, okay. It's because the we changed where this was at. Because the NBT is bound to location. But this should fix it. Variable width could not be found with current network? What do you mean? Oh, is this bound, like, specifically bound to that certain... that's kind of annoying. That's kind of annoying that this is, like, specific bound. Okay, so we've rebound the tile entity port, so we'll have to go in and grab our Boolean value again. Get Boolean. I didn't know it would, like, be super picky about this. Okay. So now we'll go in here, put those away, throw this in there. Waiting. Ha ha ha! Hey, it works. So now, if I want a bunch of sand smelted, it will drop all that sand down and smelt, and it'll wait, and it'll drop 32 more, and then it'll wait, and it should have, what, 12? 10, 12, yep. And it should drop the last bit. And, I mean, yeah, we're technically wasting it because, like, it can't stack more than that in the buffer, but I'm not worried about that. Like, partial stacks can smelt, it's fine. Like, it's whatever we need smelted, right? But this way, this will hold up to, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 stacks of items in the interface, and it will just force it in there immediately. The other option is, like, I could have a bigger network of things to smelt. We'd have to use export buses, and we'll have to accelerate those export buses because export buses only send so many items at a time. But yeah, so that is kind of the gist of it. That is our auto smelter now. So now whenever we need something smelted, crap, stairs. I'll do that. Factory, let's grab that for factory. That looked kind of nice. Almost kind of matches. I could theoretically use a cable facade with a interface that's like a flat interface. You can collapse these into flat interfaces. So we could use a flat interface with a facade here, which means I could cover this up with a facade. Actually, you know what? Let's grab some anchors. AONC. There we go, anchor. Let's actually do that. So we have a facade, cable, wrenchapoo. Let's actually do this real quick. Grab that. Give me another cable. Make this a flat. Throw the facade down. Like so. So now you got the pretty little facade bit. And obviously, yes, this is still an import, so it still works the same way. And this is our chest for output. Our secret chest. I could have this go directly to over there with pipes or something, but I'm not too worried about it, honestly. And then let's grab our glass again. Pane. There we go. Let's cover this back up. Again, we'll probably re-go over this in the stream to pretty it up. I just don't feel like we have time for it today. But yeah, there we go. That is kind of our new auto-smelter. So we can now smelt up sand or whatever we need whenever we need it. There's 16 there. Let's do cobble maybe. Let's grab some cobble. So boom, boom. Put some sand in there too. Boom. 32 already. Boom, more. What about Certus? Grab some Certus for silicon. The rune is a little slow getting rehealed for mana, but it's not terrible. Like it is working just fine. It's definitely way faster, way faster than our other option. And look at that. Look at how fast it is getting silicon and stuff smelted, even with our crappy tick rate, right? Because our tick rate's at half right now. So like this could be way faster if our tick rate was better, basically. But yeah, like look at that. We're just smelting like 4 stacks of stuff already. Otherwise, I'd have to wait like 10 minutes or something for that to run. But for this, oh yeah, it works out real nice. So there we go. That is our auto smelter for today. Thank you all for stopping by, hanging out. Hope you enjoyed the video, and please suggest a mod that we can use further in our series. Yeah, I don't know what we're going to do. I'm thinking we're going to touch on industrial foregoing, the soul bit. The soul stuff can speed up some things, which I think would be kind of fun. And if no one suggests anything, I might just pick up Nature's Aura. That might just be what we do next, because I am somewhat familiar with it, and it is kind of a magic-y mod, and I do enjoy my magic mods, so we might pick up that next. But yeah, if you guys want to see something else, do let me know in the comments below, and we'll check it out. So until next time, folks, thank you all for stopping by, hanging out. We'll see you in the next one. Have a good day, have a good night, have a good afternoon. Bye.